Hey guys, Jakob here, and today I want to talk to you about very important topic, Amazon MWS to SP API migration. As many of you know and probably experienced this if you are watching this video, this process already started. Many businesses got affected because of the migration. A lot of old MWS scripts stopped to work because of that, which means your businesses stopped to work. And this is just the beginning because Amazon is slowly stopping certain API categories, right? So for now it's just a few, but eventually next year everything will be depreciated and only the new SP API will be working. And today I prepared a video for you where I will be going through a migration process, how to do it, what it takes, what are the deadlines. So let's jump to it right now. All right, so I prepared this nice Miro board for you. So first of all, I already recorded 2 videos of it. I just wanted to record a quick update video so you know that we are still in the business, that we are helping businesses around Amazon to migrate from the old MWS to the new SP API and build new tools that are using Amazon SP API and the advertisement API. So first of all, first video I created 11 months ago where I went step by step through the migration process. And then I've actually recorded the updated version of it because Amazon pushed the deadlines. So I've been speaking with the SP API team and they basically had to push the deadlines, right? People are not ready for the migration. It takes a lot of time. I remember the same situation happened to the different marketplace called Allegro in Poland, where there was exactly the same situation. So there was a migration, the old API was depreciated, and there was a chaos around businesses. They couldn't catch up to migrate with the old code. I mean, this is typical situation. You were working for more than 10 years using the old API. Someone wrote some script, some automation, then left the company. And obviously, you don't want to invest money into the legacy code. So you are not really taking care of that, right? If it's working, it's working. However, when the migration happens and the old code is depreciated and no working anymore, then obviously it affects your business. And therefore, you have to find a new developers, new team that can help you out. And this is what we are doing here regarding the Amazon. The whole idea is that there was an old MWS API that was the XML based API, and Amazon created a new SP API, JSON based and modern API. And then if you had the old scripts still operating on the MWS, you have to actually replace this code, replace those functions, and use the new endpoints, which has a little bit different response because of the XML response. It has a JSON responses. So first of all, let's talk about the deadlines. So this is the screenshot from the documentation. As you see here, the old deadline was December 31st, 2023. Now it's April 1st, 2024. This is the deadline in which whole API will be depreciated and not working anymore. However, some of the categories, they are going to be depreciated much faster, and some of them, they are already depreciated. So let's talk about it now. So again, as you know, you have a different types of developers, different types of applications. You have applications for sellers and for vendors. We actually recorded just a video recently with our head of project management, Rafi, about that. So you can check it out here. When it comes to maintaining a private apps and applications containing MWS merchant fulfillment orders and reports, the deadline previously was August 1st. Now it was September 1. This is not working anymore. And now when it comes to the rest of the API categories, so products, feeds, finances, and rest, you see it here on the screen. The deadline is April 1. So you have still some time. You can still reach out to us for help or use the help of some external developers. However, you should not wait because development takes time. So you should react now. And it's the same for the RDT, restricted data token. So the PAA information, which we just talked about with Rafi, it's the same. So the developers needs to take the action, and actually it already happened. So the August 31st, before it was July 31. So let's not talk about the past. Let's talk about the present and the future again. You have some time left, not much, because instead of the next deadline, which would be January, it's April for those categories. So react now. Now let's talk about the migration itself. So basically, if you are a third-party public app, or if you are using or if you are a private developer running your own internal tool, or you want to develop something, then you should consider migrating to SP API. Of course, if you are building something from scratch, you are just going to start with SP API directly. So this is not a problem. So if you are having a public app or a private app, or if you are using actually a public app, external public app, then you need to find different provider. You need to find a different app. We also have those situations. Actually, recently, one of our clients, he was using a plugin for his e-commerce store. I think it was a Shopify. And the plugin was not updated from the MWS to SP API. The developer disappeared, the project was abandoned, and then they had to reach out to us and we had to recreate the plugin just for them so they could continue their business, right? So it's not only for your own apps, but this is also happening for external software, external libraries, external plugins and connectors that you are using, that you are paying monthly for. You need to actually see if the owner of those tools, they are taking care of the migration. Now, how the migration looks like. Let me talk to you about the process. This is especially the process that we are doing at Deltologic, and I think that all of the serious developers, business owners, they should also follow. So first of all, if you have old MWS code, you need to analyze it. You need to go through it, you need to know the functions, you need to basically go from A to Z. The second part is optimization. This is something that you should also do. I mean, what was hot 10, 15 years back, it's completely different right now. IT is changing, all right? I mean, you see how AI is impacting us, right? 1 year of AI, 1 year of technology, and we are living completely in different times. So how can you even think about 15 years back in time, all right? So this is the second step, so optimization. I'll go into it in a moment in depth. Expansion, extra features. I mean, this is a great opportunity for you to add additional logic to your existing systems, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure that all of you who are progressing with the business, you have more automation to do. You have more repetitive tasks. You have more workflows that could be automated. So this is a great time to actually add this extra logic to your code. The 4 is the technical documentation. I mean, this is super typical. If you're actually affected by it and you cannot do anything because of the old code that has no documentation, during the migration process, this is a great time to actually create a technical document for the project, so the documentation. And of course, the 5th, the most important, but the last, is the development. So the whole migration process, rewriting the functions. So again, analyzing current code and logic, this is how we do it. We have to go through the code. Here on the left side, you see how the MWS functions were looking. They were completely different. You should go through the code. You should go through the old MWS documentation, which is actually a really hard work. And trust me, not so many developers wants to even do it because no one wants to work with the old legacy code. That's why we, as the experts in both APIs, we can help you with that because we've seen it all. We know it all by memory. So we even work with the MWS before, right? So when there were no SP API, we were already building apps for sellers, vendors, and agencies with the MWS. So this is how you start. You need to analyze the current code and the logic. Now, simplify and optimize the logic. This is what I said. First of all, you should not only look for the new libraries, new trends in technology, but you should actually take some time and see what were the algorithmic complexities of the old codes, right? So you need to see if the functions were written properly, if the loops were written properly, because if you used to work with not really experienced developers, then the whole code base is probably written very poorly. So this is a great time to actually simplify and optimize the logic. So this is how we approach the processes. Basically, we don't rewrite the functions line by line. We take the more holistic approach. We go through the whole code and we think how we can rewrite it all so it actually has the same business result, but it's much more efficient, right? It's faster. It doesn't take that much of the memory. It doesn't cost you that much to run it on a server, and it doesn't use that much of the memory. Maybe it goes from the typical server solution to the serverless Lambda functions, right? So there's a lot of things that you should actually take care of, right? So things like allocations and copies, memory access, cache performance, number of instructions. So again, that's what I said about the loops. Production code. So again, if you're using a help of some AppWork freelancers, I'm actually sure the code was written without any unit tests, without any end-to-end tests. So it was not really a production code, right? And now if you're serious about your business, you should actually make sure that the infrastructure is also properly written, that you have a CI, continuous integration, and CD, continuous deployment, also in place. You can launch new features fast. Number 3, this is what I mentioned. It's a great time to add new features, new integrations. So again, this is the extra step. You don't have to do it, but it's a great time to do it. So for example, if you're thinking to get more data from Amazon or different marketplaces, do it right now. If you want to sync your data to Google Sheets, Power BI, some database, you can also do that. You can create the whole web application from your script. You can use your script to actually as a part of your new web app. There's endless possibilities. You can get additional data through a web scraping. It means that what's visible on a website, you can actually get it through creating a web crawlers, and this data might not be actually accessible through the API. This is also a great time to do that. All right, number 4, so technical documentation of the project. This is a great time to actually document everything. So if you are going to have the code for next years, you won't have the similar situation, right? I mean, we don't know what will happen in the next 5-10 years. So you should actually document it, especially right now in an AI age. I mean, once you have documentation, you can launch your AI agent, it can go through it, and then it's much faster to actually ship new features when working with new developers, because the AI co-pilots, they can help them ship the new features, all right? So this is very important to do it once, and this is a great time to do it. Now, 5, code a new beta version of the app and script, so or the script. So this is basically a coding time, right? Meat and potatoes. And this is here, I just put one of the systems that we've built for one of our clients, Greg, the SaaS solutions for the sellers. I actually created the whole walkthrough video about this project here, so you can also take a look. And we have much more case studies. Actually, I put just few of them. So, for example, one of the system that we migrated from the old MWS to the new SAP API was the reporting solution, right? I actually put the diagram here. So we are also using advertisement API. There was no need to actually migrate that. There was only need to migrate the one part. So we again had to go into the code, understand the whole logic, only replace the MWS part. We had to replace a lot of reports. We actually added some additional reports, and then the whole system was working very nice. Some of the other projects was from Daniel. Actually created a whole project from scratch, like a crazy solution, but he also had some part of the project that he coded. He was a coder. He actually understood how to code. So he had some old MWS functions and the other systems used by this company, and we also helped him migrate it. One of the other projects was also to migrate the existing automation. So the system was downloading orders, downloading the inventory, handling FBA inbound process. And we had to rewrite the code from the Java, which is quite outdated programming language, to Python, which is the modern programming language. We had to actually create a tech diagram, create the documentation for the client, and migrate the whole system. So those were just few of the examples. I mean, we are constantly migrating projects. It's actually quite hot right now because no one wants to lose their business, right? So guys, if you are in a situation that you need help, you can contact us, all right? We are helping sellers, vendors, agencies. We are migrating big SaaS solutions in the Amazon App Store on daily basis. And if you are just looking for a reliable development partner in the Amazon industry, marketplaces industry, e-commerce, feel free to reach out. I mean, even if you have your own internal developers and you need a slight push, slight help, we are here to help, all right? This is a very quick 4 steps process. Just simply reach out to us through the contact form on our website, or send us a direct email to contact@deltologic.com. My co-founder Chris or I will personally reach out to you, get on a call, investigate the scope of the project. You will get the estimation, a quote from our side, and then we are ready to start. Again, guys, there's not much time left. If you are watching this video and it's still 2023, please don't wait, act now. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. As always, please like this video, subscribe, leave a comment. If you have any questions related to SAP API, marketplaces, selling on Amazon, I'll be happy to answer. I'll see you in the next one.